Hey Aquarius, welcome to your reading for the end of September. What a year. It hasn't even finished yet, right? If you're new, welcome. Please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get all the different types of videos I do each month. To my lovely loyal subscribers, thank you for being here with me throughout the years. It really means a lot to me. You guys are truly my soul family. And for information on the decks of cards I use, I'll leave that in the description box, along with how to contact me for personal readings. What a beautiful card to start with. Love Begins. And that's the card number 1. That's in your first house. So love begins with you. Love begins with you. I mean, look, you're like, where does love begin? Right here. It begins right here. Behind all these bushes where you're trying to hide from the people of the world. It begins with you. But the love that you have to give to everybody else, I mean, look at this river of life. It is beautiful here. Be careful how much you give out of your cup when nobody is returning that love. But as the humanitarians of the zodiac here, look at this. The beauty you bring and give to others will be returned to you here. This is the Ace of Cups. Love is coming in for you here. Aces are about opportunities, and that's what's happening here. I feel like maybe learning to give your love in smaller quantities rather than, you know, giving it all in one place and then it not being returned to you. Recognition and reward. And yeah, this is what I guess you are seeing now. You are recognizing the love you have to share is a worthwhile love, but giving it to the right person at the right time is also important, right? This is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is good news coming in. This is your third house related to Gemini, communication. So this is what we're seeing. That communication, that recognition of everything you've done. I know it's not important to some, but it is. You should have a pat on the back. You should be recognized for all you do. Like I said, the humanitarians of the zodiac, you should be recognized and rewarded. And that's what's coming in. And I feel like it's a rewarding love here that's coming. You may not know it's coming, but it's coming. You may not want it to come, but it's coming. You deserve it, Aquarius. You give so much love out to the world. You understand that's what's best for all with the 3. Starts with 1. You know, helping one little person along the way, it means a lot and it has a ripple effect out in the world. So it's time that that comes back to you here. Discontent and boredom. Okay, so this is about, okay, if you're bored with maybe your love life here, and it's because you're not asking for recognition. So I think the thing about not asking for recognition, it's very honorable, right? But you get tired and you end up discontent, receiving nothing back. And then you end up with the 4 needing rest here. The 4th house coming into focus, your home, your stability. You know, even maybe a mother figure here, that loving energy that you actually need, that nurturing energy. You've become bored for doing this for everybody else. This is the 4 of Cups. You're like, no, I don't see, you know, the rest of the world here behind him giving back to me the way I give to the rest of the world. I'm bored with waiting. I'm bored with even giving my love when it's not recognized. Now, it doesn't mean that you're a negative person or full of ego because you should have recognition. No. It's very important here to receive it. Some of you are probably unhappy with the way your love life has gone, the way things are now. You're probably just bored and not open to offers even. You may be like, I'm turning my back on this world here. But look how green the world is behind you, and it's because of the nurturing love that Aquarians put in. It's only green because you watered it. Let's see. So yeah, be open to your reward. You're like, if anything I have to wait for, I'm not waiting. Like, but it's because of years of giving and giving it with no recognition. And that's why I always make a rule now. I used to forgive people before they even asked for forgiveness. So what that taught them was to walk all over me, and that it doesn't matter, I'll forgive them anyway. So it's standing in your own self-worth, your self-love, your self-respect. It's not about that you're full of ego or anything like that, just because you deserve and want recognition. We become discontent, unhappy, even if you're still in a relationship, if you're not getting the recognition for what you do. The way you give your love may not even be understood by a romantic partner. So we become bored in relationships, fed up, tired, discontent, unhappy, that we're giving so much and people are not recognizing because our language of love may be different. Queen of Cups here. So it could be a water sign that, you end up falling in love with or have an opportunity of love with. But here again, it's about that nurturing of self. And I feel like you're very much in control of your emotions here. If she was upside down, I'd be like, okay, you're quite emotional. But I feel like you're very well in control of your emotions. It doesn't mean you're emotionless. And I think that's what people need to recognize. Most Aquarians are this Queen of Cups. Such beautiful, loving energy, so much love to give with nobody to give it to. It's like being a mother without a child, a lover without any love, a love to give it to. And I feel like that's why you end up spreading yourself so thin and giving it to so many people. And then you could end up giving it all to one person and maybe them becoming quite narcissistic with the King of Wands reversed, right? They then say, what about me? What about me? And you're like, what the hell are they talking about? What about you? Everything I do is for you. I put so much into you. They're just not understanding your language of love here. So Aquarians, this could be you now refusing to take action and people seeing you as selfish and things like that, but it's not. It's this self-love and self-nurturing that needs to happen. Again, for some, they just want to see a fire sign come up in the reading, so it could be that, but it's also like you haven't received that recognition, you haven't asked for it, you haven't acted on it, you didn't act for recognition, but it's very good to get it, okay? And the reward, you've got to let people give back to you. We've got to be open to giving and receiving love. I know a lot of the time, I'm a Scorpio, so a lot of the time I'll give and I'll give and I'll give. And then when people want to try help me, I'm quite awkward. So it may be something like that. Knight of Pentacles. You're a little more cautious now to where you're going to give your Ace of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles is somebody who's cautious and maybe slow acting. So you're not readily running out there looking for love, but it's looking for you. It's looking for you because you deserve this reward. You deserve everything you give out and more. Five of Wands, there you go, you're fighting it here. This could be arguments within family, to do with mothers here or siblings, is the Five of Wands for me. Arguing within the family and friends, those sort of relationships. It is the fifth house, so it does have to do with love and family, children and siblings and things like that. So this is what I'm seeing here. It could be that now when people want to argue, you walk away. You're bored with arguing with people. You're wasting your breath when you're talking to somebody who will never see things from the same point of view or same angle as unconditional love as you. So you overcome this by walking away and being cautious around these people. Maybe you're holding back on things you say to people, not to start arguments here. You may be scared that, okay, if I argue with my romantic partner or I rock the boat here, then they may not want me anymore. If you're in a relationship. And like I said, it could be with friends. You're just like, okay, I'm not going to argue anymore. Ten of Swords, yeah. The worst of it has happened to you already. You know, anything that could possibly have happened in life, it's happened to you already. And that's because sometimes we expect, if we are such a kind, giving soul, that the world will be a kind, giving soul to us. And we find out the hard way, we didn't have to let somebody put all those 5 swords in our back. We could have, 10 swords. We could have stopped at 5 swords. So this is like the ultimate betrayal. It's the death card. It's ending here. How much more can they do to you if they've already killed you off and stuck every knife in your back? They've said everything that could possibly be said. They've done everything that possibly could be done. Now it's time for a change of cycle. It's time for a change of pace. It's time for that recognition. It's time to ask for recognition. It's time that you make people ask for apologies, for example. It's time that you give your love to a romantic partner the same way they're giving that love to you. And if they're not, then it's time to back away. This could even be somebody who, the King of Wands reverse can be somebody who's sort of mentally abusive. So all these swords could be words that they've said to you and hurt you and dragged you down. Every argument was like one last nail in the coffin. So now you're cautious to love. Knight of Pentacles, you're not looking for love. You're slowly moving forward in life on your journey, not looking for love, but it's looking for you. Queen of Wands here now. So it does seem like maybe you've met somebody you felt completely matched with. There is 3 people here, so it could have been a third party situation where, you know, you got the rough end of the stick here again. Because the Queen of Wands can indicate a mistress or, you know, a third party. But she's here with the King of Wands. So it feels like we was excited about each other in the beginning, excited about love, and, you know, had all this passion to give each other and desired each other so much. And when you backed it up with love, they could have ran away. Queen of Wands taking action, leaving her seat here. The Queen of Wands is rarely sat at her throne in tarot cards. She's too busy going and going. So somebody could have been too busy to see you at your throne, you know, didn't meet you there. They said they would, but they didn't here. They betrayed you. And that probably felt like, wow, that was the last nail in the coffin for me. But, you know, 6 of Pentacles here. This is much more positive energy. Again, slow earthly energy coming in for you. But it's like saying, I'll do fine on my own, even though you're a great lover and you have so much love to give. You're so abundant here. Look at her basket. What are you going to do with all that love you have, Aquarius, if you don't share it with the world? The world needs you here to share it. Look at this bird. It's like, I get it. Like, I've been here, this 10 of Swords. It's like, I'm dead. What more can I do? What more does the world want from me? But you'll build up even stronger again, as you always do. These are things you can overcome. And the 6 is positive energy coming into your life now. The 6th house is to do with health and service to humanity, work. So work will start picking up slowly as we all go back to work anyway. In regards to your health, maybe eat some more fruit here, you know. Now we have the 7 of Wands. You're like, I told you there was challenges. There's always going to be these ups and downs in life, right? That's how it is. But this, I feel like, when something can be challenging, we can find it exciting, especially when we're bored. So, Aquarius, I ask you to be honest. Do you always choose the hard route? Like, okay, that person there, they're hard to love. I'm going to love them. I'm going to heal them. And I'm going to... do you always choose the most difficult path? Because you're like, no, I don't. It finds me. But we've got to be accountable. If we're going after people who are maybe already in a relationship, then we're choosing a difficult path. If we're going after somebody who is a cheater, we're choosing a difficult path. You couldn't possibly know, right, if they were going to cheat unless they already had cheated to be with you. So there are some red flags and things we see throughout life, but sometimes we choose to ignore because we think, I can heal this person. Maybe that person, I'll give you another example. Some people will say, you won't go out with somebody who is poor. So a lot of men have commented this on my community channel. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I've been out with a lot of poor men. Well, I haven't actually dated that many people, but most of them are poor. And the thing is, you really do have to look at, okay, if they're poor, why are they poor? If they're working a lot, why are they poor? Are they bad with finances? Because then when you get married or into a relationship, they're bad with your finances. Okay, are they, do they fly off the handle all the time? Do they have a short temper? Okay, if you're in a relationship with them, they might have a temper with you. So there's a lot of things when we first meet people, and I know we do meet some people who disguise it. I'm not saying we don't, but there are red flags if we choose to pay attention. A lot of us don't. We self-sabotage ourselves. So we, the change that could be coming for you is this real love, and you could be resisting it because of everything you've experienced before. So you're like, nope, I'm not going to allow this in because of these experiences. But it also hurts to be alone, doesn't it? This could be trouble within your finances. 10th house is about your career. Your career, you might have retired and then become bored. And like, what do I do now? So you're doing odd jobs for people, and, maybe you need to look at, okay, is this good for my health? Always dealing with other people's stress, taking everything on board. Is it good for me? Why do I keep choosing the most difficult route? Do I believe that I'm the most difficult person to love? Do I actually believe I deserve love? Do I actually believe to put my foot down and say, this is what I desire, this is what I want? Go for what you want. Because sometimes change, what we see with the 10 of Swords here, some people are scared of change, right? Because you don't know what it's going to be. Some people are scared to be the fool and take an opportunity in case they fall. All that happens when we fall is we fall over, dust our knees and stand back up, right? It makes us stronger. And you're certainly strong, Aquarius. I can see it here. But I also feel like you have to understand that not everybody deserves your love. And you should be recognized for the love you give and the love language you speak. You do deserve for people to put the time into you and understand you. Oh, I'm difficult to understand, so it's not their fault. No, it is their fault, and the right person will step up and understand you. 4 of Swords. So we see you needing rest. I get it. You needed a break from all these challenges you faced, but it can become quite boring for you here. 4 of Cups, 4 of Swords. If you are resting and seeing your own worth here, loving yourself without trying to block out love, you're on the right path. These 4s are about your angels telling you, I'm on the right track. And again, 4 is related to like a nurturing motherly figure here. This is your 4th house, and this is about home, and maybe not being able to rest at your home, even finding that challenge, maybe being at home and being bored because you retired. It's a general reading, so there's lots of things. Take as it resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Some healing needs to happen, and it starts with us and ends with us, right? Just ask yourself, am I choosing the hard way? And those who, you know, blame others haven't begun their healing. Those who blame themselves have begun healing, but haven't finished healing, right? So you'll get there. You'll understand it. What did I tell you? Those fours. 444, angel number, means you're on the right track. Keep going. So if you're starting to say, hold up, it is me. You're on the right track, but you're not finished. It's not the end destination. You'll understand nobody's to blame at the end destination. Here you could be, where you're living could be a challenge for you. Okay, so that might then leak into your work, and that might then leak into your love life or something like that. You might want to redecorate or have a fresh new beginning, and that's challenging for you because, you know, maybe you don't have the funds, but it's saying with the 6 of Pentacles here, you may be able to get some sort of help or loan from somebody else. Good luck, guys.